Hello everyone, my name is Dwi Junayd Adinata and my student's ID number is 250-215-4093. Today's occasion, I would like to deliver my speech, my persuasive speech that covers the topic about the danger of man-made trash for ocean wildlife. And we may start in 3, 2, 1. Imagine setting sail into a vibrant, endless ocean, expecting to witness the breathtaking beauty of nature. You lean over the edge, looking forward to seeing sunlit corals reef bustling with color and schools of fish darting through water so crystal clear that you can see right down to the ocean floor. But as you look down, the illusion shatters. Instead of paradise, you find a suffocating blanket of floating garbage, dying gray corals, and an eerie absence of marine life. This isn't a bad dream. It is the harsh reality of our modern world. According to the United Nations Environment Program, up to 80% of all marine pollution originates right here on land, with a staggering 90 to 30 million tons of plastic waste leaking into our shared aquatic system every single year. This devastating reality is not a distant, natural disaster. It is a direct consequence of our daily choices. The temporary convenience of our disposable, single-use lifestyle has turned the global ocean into a toxic, hazardous dumping ground for millions of innocent marine creatures. Today, I'm here to tell you that humans must urgently raise their awareness and deepen their concern for sea wildlife, because our unchecked waste production is inflicting fatal, irreversible harm upon marine ecosystem that we desperately depend on. The core of these problems lies in the fact that man-made trash, particularly non-biodegradable plastic, creates absolute physical chaos for marine life through accidental ingestion and agonizing entanglements. Marine biologists report that plastic pollution now impacts over 800 species globally, frequently causing horrific internal blockage and slow starvation in animals that mistake our synthetic debris for food. This tragedy isn't abstract. It is vividly illustrated by sea turtles found by researchers with jagged plastic straws deeply lodged in their airways. Gasping for breath, it is seen the bodies of beach-stranded whales whose stomachs are found completely compacted with dozens of kilograms of tightly wound plastic bags, leaving absolutely no room for real nutrients, causing them to starve to death on a full stomach of our garbage. How did we get here? This global crisis is driven by an intense societal reliance on single-use items and severe lack of strict waste management policies that consistently prioritize short-term human convenience over long-term ecological safety. Global manufacturing overwhelmingly favors cheap disposable plastic, while our inadequate municipal recycling infrastructure allow the vast majority of this waste to wash into storm drains, enter our rivers, and flow out to sea. Consider a typical takeout lunch: a plastic container, a plastic fork, a plastic bag, and a disposable cup with plastic straw. We utilize these multiple plastic items for just 20 minutes while we eat, yet the exact packaging remains in our environment, entirely indestructible, threatening wildlife for 100 years to come. Fortunately, we possess the power to rewrite the story. Resolving this crisis requires a powerful combination of conscious individual habit change and strong public support for legislative bans on single-use plastic. Data shows that communities and countries that enforce strict plastic regulation and organize localized river and coastal cleanups see an immediate, drastic reduction in the amounts of waste entering marine habitats. We can achieve this starting tomorrow by aggressively adopting reusable alternatives in our daily life and actively voting for local policies that penalize plastic pollution and hold massive corporations accountable for the packaging they create. Skeptics may argue that completely eliminating or reducing plastic is too inconvenient for the average person, or that individuals living hundreds of miles inland bear no responsibility for what happens to ocean pollution. However, we must ask ourselves, does a minor personal inconvenience like carrying a reusable tote bag or bottle really compare to the painful, systemic destruction of marine life? Furthermore, geography is an illusion. Inland waste discarded on a city street inevitably travels by wind, rain, and river systems straight into the sea. No matter where we live, our trash will always find a way to the water. Ultimately, the survival of the oceans demands that we elevate our ecological awareness and take absolute responsibility for the lethal impact of our waste. We have examined how plastic starves marine animals, how our throwaway cultures fuels this destruction, and how collective policy change can reverse the damage before it is too late. The ocean cannot speak for itself, so we must become its voice by choosing to reject single use plastic starting today, embracing sustainable reusable alternatives, and actively supporting environmental legislation that drives systemic change. By participating in community cleanups to intercept waste before it enters our waterways, practicing strict local recycling habits, and using our personal platform to amplify this message, we can protect vulnerable sea wildlife and ensure our oceans heals, recovers, and thrive for generations to come. Thank you.